Jaclyn, honey, baby girl. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, I have most of my base on because I am going to be using the new Jaclyn Hill bronzer blush duos. I did get her collection for her holiday release, so I do have those to compare. I did pick up a couple of her accent light highlighters and her loose highlighter because I do makeup. I am a makeup artist here in Texas, and I wanted to have some shades for my kit because I really do enjoy the formula. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into what I already have and then go into what I picked up. So I already have the Luminous powder in Feeling It, and also the loose highlighter in Megawatt. These are the deepest shades of her line. These are permanent, and the luminous powder is supposed to just give like a slight glow, so it's not gonna be like a popping highlighter. And that is what Feelin It looks like. Very soft, smooth, and buttery. And this is Megawatt. It's definitely the bronzy, coppery shade. I normally don't go for like bronzy gold highlighters like this. Typically, I like a mid-tone champagne color with like a little bit gold in it. But yeah, these two look really pretty. Lately, I've been starting off with a darker highlighter and then topping it with a lighter one just so it looks seamless. I do have the Flare Accent highlighter, and unfortunately she said she only took like the most popular shades that people requested and brought back. I don't know how true that is because I definitely have some thoughts. This is the Flare, and these are the shades. So she ended up bringing back Exposure and this red blush shade called Turned On. I really wish she would have come out with Made Ya Look and Glow Up because those are really pretty as well. I mostly use these two. If I use the bottom one, I'm going to mix it with these three, and this I only use whenever I want like a rose gold color, so I'll mix it with that. Instead of her bringing back those two shades at the top, she came out with like an orange highlighter and a really yellow gold color, which reminds me of Trophy Wife, and you know, I don't really like super gold colors like that, and I don't really think a lot of people liked that shade anyway, so I thought it was just very strange that she came out with two highlighters that most people aren't going to wear. This is Glow Up and this is Made Ya Look, and it's super pretty, and as you can see, it's very like bronzy. I really love these shades, and I was just very disappointed that I didn't see that. And this is Exposure, and then this one is Turned On. So Exposure is like a very it's not as reflective as the other ones, and it is pretty dark. I mean, for deeper skin tones, I'm sure that's a great highlighter, but for me, I'm kind of like a brown biscuit, you know, brown skin girl, you know, so this really doesn't complement my skin tone. It's almost my skin tone, so but it's still pretty. I can still use this like in the summer or like on my body. Those are the shades from the Accent Light highlighter palette that I have. I really wanted to get the lighter one, the Flash, but it was always sold out, and even when they had like a sale for the holiday stuff, sold out, so I couldn't get it. So I picked up a couple shades from that palette, and she basically brought like the whole shades from the Flash palette and only brought 2 shades from the Flare. I picked up 3 of the accent highlighters that I think would work best in my kit. I picked up Iced, Sparks, and Mesmerized. This is Iced. I really do like the rose gold packaging. This is what it looks like. It's very heavy and just luxe feeling. I love rose gold, so this is just right up my alley. I really did enjoy the white and silver packaging as well, but you know, you can never go wrong with rose gold. And this is what Iced looks like. So it looks very like light pink, and these are gonna be very light, probably not something I would be able to wear on my own, but like I said, I picked these up to go in my kit, and they are very smooth and very soft. But that is what Iced looks like. That is Iced. That is Sparks. And these feel like the same formula that's in the accent highlighter palette. And that is Sparks. And the last shade I got was Mesmerized. And that is what Mesmerized looks like. It's like a beautiful like pinky gold color. And that is what it looks like. So it definitely is like a peachy pink color. Super pretty. And I had no problems ordering from her website. I already knew what I wanted. And then the rest I actually ordered from my Ulta. Online they had all the shades. In store, the darkest shade that they have is Hot Lava and Cocoa Rich. I was unsure about how the shade would work for me, because originally looking at it, I'm like, yeah, that's my shade. But then, I don't know. She did 4 prior to this, and they all look very similar. And then for the dark and like deep dark, we get like 1 shade for each. And then in Ulta, they don't even have the darker shade, which is unfortunate. So I wish that, you know, they could have done better with that. I picked up the blush and bronzer duo, and this is the packaging. So same like the other ones, and they do have the names and colors on the top. This is the packaging for the blush and bronzer duo. Super luxe. This is what it looks like. So it looks super gorgeous, super pigmented. And the bronzer looks definitely more red toned, like a bronzer. It's definitely reminding me of Phenom by Morphe, just the tone of it. That is what it looks like. Cocoa Rich and Hot Lava. So I do think that this is going to work for me, but if you're any deeper than me, I don't think that this is gonna work for you. I think you can build these up, but even doing that, I don't know, we'll have to test it out and see. That's probably the one I'm gonna first try, but I did pick up the darkest shade that they have. Even for her campaign, like I didn't really see any brown girls. I saw like the fairest of the fair, like a medium skin tone, but just like a deep dark girl. And I'm just like, well, there's no one that looks like me. So how do I know if that's gonna work for me or what? So I wish that there was like more inclusion. But the last shade is called Be Rouge and Espresso Shot. This is Be Rouge and Espresso Shot. That's what it looks like. This blush honestly looks more like a more purple version of Turned On, and I'm not really sure who's going to be wearing that highlighter. Like, some of her highlighters are questionable, like even her hypnotic one, the purple one, like that one's really pretty, but it's just like there has to be like a time and place for that. This is Rouge and Espresso shot, so I feel like I can definitely use this. This is definitely gonna work for me once summertime comes and I get more color in my skin. I'm not really sure how this works for deeper complexions, but like I said, we're gonna test it out, give her a chance. And I almost forgot, I also picked up a loose highlighter in Balm. Like I said, it's for my kit. These are both loose highlighters. You get 4 grams in here and you get 4 grams in here, so same amount, just different packaging. I really like both. They're both luxurious. This is what Balm looks like. So super pretty, and I actually think I would be able to wear this on my skin because it's not too light, but it still has like that gold reflex. So this was really the only thing besides the blush and bronzers that I picked up that I would be able to wear. Jaclyn, honey, baby girl, let's bring back those top 2 shades from the Flare palette because we need that, or even just bring Made Ya Look. Like, I'm happy with that. So I am an oily girl, so I'm a little nervous about these blushes and bronzers because they do have like a slight sheen to them, and you know, your girl already has that natural dew going on already. So I did not cream contour or cream bronze or anything, no like under the skin highlighter or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the bronzer on this side, taking my Morphe E4, and there is some fallout when you dip into it. It's a very soft formula, so you don't need like a rough hand. The mirror is very nice and luxe, and the packaging, everything was wrapped up super duper good, so nothing was gonna break. But let's go ahead and get into this bronzer. Yeah, that is very much red. But I don't know, yeah, it just seems like a little too red, so I will definitely be mixing in the other shade. But I mean, it definitely blends out nice. This is Cocoa Rich, and now I'm going to do Espresso shot on this side. So I'm gonna dip. And yeah, this is definitely more like neutral. But it definitely blends out very nicely. Definitely wear this on its own, but because I have them both, I'm just going to mix them together. This is not that dark, and this one is very soft, which I definitely have my moments when I want something softer and natural. This is definitely giving me bronze beach goddess, like, ooh, this is just so pretty. I actually love the way that this looks. I'm gonna go ahead and define it. I'm gonna just bake with some powder just to carve this. And for blush, I would, you know, ideally use one on each side so you can see the color, but I just can't go crazy, okay? I cannot be looking crazy. So I'm actually just going to take Hot Lava. I never use shades like this. Oh, that's so pretty. Ooh, I used too much. Definitely got clown vibes going on. You only need a little bit, don't be like me. Just gonna go over that with my face powder just to tone it down. So yeah, she definitely packs a punch. I'm gonna go back into Espresso shot, just right here, because I feel like the blush definitely took over. I'm gonna start with the Luminous powder and Feelin it. I would never use this to set all over my face because I'm so oily. I would use it as a soft highlight. And that is what Feelin it looks like. To top off the cheeks, I'm gonna be taking Balm. I would go into the Accent Light highlighter palette and use my 2 shades, but because, you know, those aren't available, I'm just trying to use what's in her line. And this is Balm. Ooh, don't need a lot of it. I'm really not into loose highlighters like that. I really do like those two combined. But the Accent highlighter formula is something that I enjoy. It's easier to use, less mess. So I wish you would have had a shade for, you know, like brown skin. I feel like that really like yellow gold mostly suits like tan skin or like light skin. It's not really gonna, it's gonna be too gold for me, and I'm just not into that. So I wish you would have came out with something like this in that formula. So I really do like the blush and bronzer duo. Is it worth $36? I don't know yet. I have to test it out a little bit more. The blush definitely packs a punch, and I've been getting more into blush lately, but I'm really like a bronzer contour type of girl, and I feel like there are definitely other options out there, but the formula, I will say, is definitely top tier. It definitely is super soft, luxurious feeling, and easy to use. I think for the loose highlighters, they have alternative ones, like the ones from Wet n Wild. Those Wet n Wild loose highlighters are bomb. The Juvia's Place loose highlighters are bomb. So I don't think you necessarily need hers unless you just want to support her, which I did. I'm like a highlighter fanatic. I love, love, love highlighters. I'm actually going to add a little bit of exposure from my Accent Light palette. Take a little bit of exposure and just dust that here on my chin and just like a little under the brow bone. That does give like a soft effect similar to the Luminous powder. Like I said, for me, I'm very oily. I'm not sure how that Luminous powder will do on my skin, but for highlighter, that's gonna be fine. All over the face, I definitely wouldn't recommend. My face definitely looks flawless and just wet. I definitely look like I'm ready for a date night. I love how everything blended out. Gotta work on the shade range, Jaclyn. I would definitely use this for brides. It's very forgiving. So I would enjoy it for that. On an everyday basis, I don't know if I'll be using it, but for like special occasions, for sure. That is how I feel about her new launch, and she's coming out with liquid lipsticks is what it looks like, and I will be passing on those. I just have my staples, and you know, honestly, after her disaster first launch with her lipsticks, I really don't trust any of her lipsticks. But yeah, if you guys are picking up any of her stuff, let me know. I hope this was helpful. I hope the swatches helped. I didn't really see anyone, you know, brown skin, swatching her stuff yet. Are you guys buying anything from her line? I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.